here after the premiere of Disneyland Handcrafted. So we're doing a little bit of a vintage Resort TV One stream here tonight. So it's a little bit of handheld and a little bit of just kind of impromptu in the crowd here at Disney Springs, and I wanted to give my thoughts about the film after it was over. So let me see if I got any chat here. There we go. I'm sure it takes a second for it to go out, or hopefully it's public. I don't know. But either way, I just wanted to give a little bit and a few of my thoughts about how the film was and why you should go see it and all of those types of things. So anyway, there we go. So I'm using the YouTube app. I haven't done this for years, literally years. So we'll see how it actually goes. But either way, it's busy here at Disney Springs, as you can imagine. Sorry if the sound isn't as good as normal. And sorry if it's a little shaky. I got no gimbal tonight, but this is just kind of trying this out and see how it goes. This is not going to be very long because I don't have a lot of battery. I did not plan to do this, but hopefully you got your notifications on, so you actually got notified that this happened. So either way, people see it on the replay, and I'll keep it up. I'm calling it like Vintage Resort TV One live stream because we used to do this handheld, and in fact, one of our first streams, not the first, but one of the first. Actually, no, I'm sorry, the first stream was from Disney Springs, just like this, all handheld and stuff. So super fun. But like I said, I haven't done it on YouTube for a long time. So this is interesting, the way they have the chat on here. So, all right. I mean, it's kind of, actually, I think our app is easier to read. So good job, Ken. Either way, super cool. Wow, it's like sprinkling a little bit. That's fun. You never know what's going to happen. So here, I'm gonna come underneath the awning here. We want to talk about how all this worked anyway. So look, I got my media badge. That was super cool. So big thanks to Disney for inviting me out tonight actually to see the preview of Disneyland Handcrafted. So cool. So I've got my Disneyland media badge there, which is super fun. And yeah, it's very retro, which is super cool. The stream is retro. The Disneyland show is retro. You can see Walt there. Isn't that cool? So you can see Walt there in the picture, walking Disneyland before it opened with the castle kind of superimposed. Look, it's a different castle. This is a Cinderella Castle, of course, Disneyland Sleeping Beauty Castle. So here, let's flip it around so you can see the regular view that you usually do on Resort TV One. So here, there we go. And look, so this is probably 720p live stream, like we've usually had on the channel before. There comes the balloon. I guess they're bringing it down because it's starting to rain a little bit, but wow. Oh, hey, Ron. You were just there. Hey, we're vintage tonight. I'm handheld. But, it's like handcrafted. It works for the Disneyland thing. So super, super excited for them to have us out for this event. It was really cool. So Leslie Iwerks, the director, was there. And if you don't know Leslie or haven't heard of her grandfather, Iwerks, is actually one of the first to go into business with Walt, one of Walt's original animators, actually his original animator, and one of the co-creators and animators of Mickey Mouse. So incredible stuff there with Iwerks. So you were at Handcrafted. Oh wait, you were there too? I didn't even see you. That's awesome. That is super cool. Yeah, it was a lot of people there. That's awesome. I'm glad you got to see it. So what did you think, Ron? I loved it. It was awesome. So the show, just so you know a little bit about Handcrafted, I'll walk around while I do this because it's not raining that bad. So, oh, you were in the crater up front. Oh, that's awesome. Super cool. Is that your first media? That's awesome. Congrats. So, I wasn't planning on doing this live. Obviously, I would have brought a gimbal. But, yeah, it was just incredible. So basically what Handcrafted is, it's a documentary film by Leslie Iwerks. And what they did was they had found this footage, this 16 millimeter film footage, actually film strip footage, but it had no sound. Nothing, no sound at all, anything like that. It was just footage of Disneyland's construction. And I guess they'd said Tony Baxter had used some of it and shown it around a little bit, but they hadn't really upgraded it. It was just kind of rough captures from the film. And so what Leslie Iwerks did was they captured it, they upscaled it, they colorized it. But the coolest thing for me as kind of a music and an audio file was that they actually took, and she said Skywalker Sound, I guess, part of Lucasfilm and everything, took the film and added sound to it. So like if you saw water, you're rushing by a boat, they had a water noise. If you saw machinery running, they try and get the appropriate sound for that type of machinery. It was so realistic and immersive that I had no idea, literally no idea, that they would even, be able to do it that realistically. Like if she hadn't told us, I wouldn't have known that was actually added sound in later. I would have thought they just recorded the film with sound. Incredible. And just, I've heard about Disneyland's opening being tough and almost not working and almost not happening and all that kind of stuff. But, you really see it in that film. Like, it's like 2 months before opening, and it's still like mostly dirt. The amount of things they got done in that last couple months is nothing short of an absolute miracle. How incredibly cool. So anyway, back to selfie mode here for just a second. So yeah, anyway, Disney Springs is the Tranquil Tuesday. Yep. So I didn't actually plan on doing it at all. And like I said, I don't have a lot of time, so I don't have a lot of battery. This is just very impromptu, but I just want to give my thoughts on the film. So super, super cool. There we go. And Ron says, it was amazing. If you've been to Disneyland, you're going to love it. Yeah, for sure. It was very emotional to actually just see it. It was amazing to see those last 2 months. Yeah, it was really, really just incredible. Even just a few days before opening, they were like still installing ride vehicles. Like literally there was nothing there in, Tomorrowland. They had nothing, or very little. They were paving stuff a couple days before. Now you guys have heard that because, the ladies' high heels would slip into the pavement, into the asphalt, because the asphalt hadn't even really dried or cured yet. So, just all that stuff being done right at the last minute. It was just insane to see the amount of work that went into it. So anyway, it really is, we watched it here in the AMC. It really is kind of a miracle, that it even was able to open. By the way, they give us this cool poster. I haven't even gotten out yet. I can't do it with one hand, but so I didn't do like a vlog or anything. I actually just did like Instagram stories and stuff. So I'll post them as YouTube shorts as well. Because I figured since it was a movie, obviously we wouldn't be able to film much of the movie, which, they said we could do short clips of the movie, but I just didn't want to because I didn't want to spoil anything for anybody. Other people may have filmed short clips, but I just watched it. You haven't looked as well. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. It was just incredible. I can't wait to go back and watch this to see how YouTube app live streams are. I almost put it on Streamlabs. I thought, no, that's going to take extra time to set up and all this, and I just wanted to do it real quick. I just took pictures. Yeah, that works. Yeah, they really just were so cool about wanting to just show this to us. So, it wasn't something that that they were wanting like tons of coverage of or anything like that, but they were just kind of wanting the publicity of it. So the way you're going to watch it, you guys can watch it. The cool thing is everybody can watch it. And I would assume most people watching probably have Disney Plus because you're all big Disney fans. But even if you don't, they're actually going to put it on their YouTube channel. So, and not like Disney Parks, not any of that, not the Walt Disney World, none of that. It's actually going to be on the official Disney YouTube channel. So like literally just go to Disney, the one with the most subscribers. And then you can watch Disneyland Handcrafted in the comfort of your own home on January 22nd. That's when it's going to be available for viewing. So in about 9 days from now. So that's going to be pretty cool. So definitely go ahead. I'll be interested to see how the copyrighted music works on this stream. Either way, definitely go ahead and mark your calendars for that because you're going to want to check it out. Of course, you can see it on Disney Plus as well, but you're going to definitely want to watch it. It is very emotional. So anyway, I'm just blabbering at this point, but it's all good. Hey, Mr. Cruise Fever. Hey, Leslie. I love surprises. Josh, are we going to love Handcrafted? Absolutely, Captain Mickey Mouse. You are. Stream is looking fine, just shaky. I know it's shaky. I'm sorry. I didn't bring a gimbal. I was bad. But you know what? Like I said, I'm calling it a vintage live stream. We're trying to throw back a little bit. I'm not going to walk around that much. I'm almost done anyway. This was really just to talk about the film a little bit. People will see this later. Manoa J says very excited to watch. Yeah, happy surprise Tranquil Tuesday. And it's not even really Tranquil Tuesday because this is not like super tranquil overall. We've got. I wonder what they're going to do with this. Have they said what they're going to do over here with? I guess maybe this is the level 99. Is that what it says? Maybe that's what they're going to do with this old NBA Experience building here. Yeah, so it's going to be awesome. So it's a movie about the making of Disneyland, my home park. Yes, you need to go check it out. I think this is why they really wanted us to be here, to spread awareness for this. Again, they found all this footage. This is never before seen footage. And it's almost jarring too. I don't know, Ron, if you're still there, if you saw when they would cut between, they had the Disneyland opening specials and some of like the ABC TV, Disneyland specials before the park opened and the previews and all that. And then they would cut to this 16 millimeter footage that they had painstakingly captured and restored and edited and all this, and just seeing the old TV broadcast footage, which, obviously in the 50s is so grainy and, quality is not great because the tech was not there, and then taking modern equipment and reimagining, revitalizing these films, it was really amazing because it was almost like seeing the 50s. She said 2K resolution. It looked like 4K to me on that giant screen, but she said 2K, which is still amazing. But seeing Disneyland in better than high def, like at opening, you know what I mean? Like, that to me is pretty rare to have that kind of quality for something that opened in 1955 in full color, and again, they colorized the film. So it's amazing what computers and what technology can do for this type of stuff, but you need to watch it. And it's a really cozy thing. I was talking to JoJo afterwards. It's a really cozy kind of, curl up, grab some popcorn, watch the movie, enjoy a night with your family. And, it's kind of emotional in some places, but the Imagineers tell the stories, or Walt himself tells the story. So you've got Bob Gurr on there a few times. You've got John Hinch. You've got, of course, Walt himself, Harriet Burns, one of the first female Imagineers. I have some friends who actually, was their grandmother, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, it's going to be super, super awesome. You don't want to miss it. And again, the cool thing is it's free to watch. Like, you can go on Disney Plus if you've already got a membership. It's part of your Disney Plus membership, but not just that. It's going to be on the Disney YouTube channel. So like, everybody obviously has YouTube because you're watching and it's free. So you can go watch this video on YouTube the day it comes out, January 22nd. So super, super cool. So again, as we were saying, where do we find it? So go to Disney Plus. You're going to search for Disneyland Handcrafted, or like the music over here, you're going to run. You're going to also check it out on the Disney YouTube channel. So Disney Plus or Disney YouTube channel. Cool. Tinkertail John, let's see what to say. Heading to Disneyland tomorrow. This sounds so amazing. It really gives you a feel, like the Handcrafted name is so appropriate actually for this film, because it truly was handcrafted, and there's so much love that just went into the park. I mean, just showing them actually like hand texturing the bricks on the castle and hand scoring the bricks on Main Street, and you get the sense for what a handmade project it was. Watching people struggle to put up trees, because Walt wanted, already grown up trees. He didn't want saplings in the park. He wanted, even though the park had just been there, when it opened, some of those trees had just been there like a few days. But he wanted it to look like it had been there a while. He said on the video, he didn't want it to wait 5 years for the trees to grow up and look like they were about the right size. He wanted it right away. And so, I don't know. To me, it was just really, really cool to see. Anyway, yeah, the detail is pretty cool. So watching them, and that's what, when somebody asked Leslie Iwerks, the director, what her favorite scene was, and she said her favorite one was, or her favorite scenes are the close-up scenes showing the detail work and just all the detail that went into it. And they talk a lot too about how all the other amusement park, owners and operators were saying, no, you're trying too hard. Just put in some fun rides, make it kind of, cheaper basically, and don't put so much detail. People will just tear it up anyway. People won't appreciate it. You're going to spend too much money. And Walt's like, no, I'm trying to build something different, so, and that obviously was evident in the whole production. So they should do a handcrafted Walt Disney World. Yes, one of the questions was by one of the gentlemen sitting up by me, was, when are they going to do a Disneyland or Disney World through the eyes of Roy Disney, Walt's brother, who was here and supervised the construction of Disney World. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, let me get out of the way here, but that would be kind of cool. So hopefully they're able to make that film. I think that'd be amazing. So anyway, all right. So I know I need to stop because everybody's probably getting seasick over here, but hey, just be thankful for the gimbal. Hey, Leslie, when was the last time you were live from Disney Springs? When was the last time we were live without a gimbal? I could have brought one, I just didn't. Anywho. All right. As a contractor, it's all in the details. It really, really is, 100%. So I'm gonna head back towards the parking garage. But I hope you enjoyed the little walk around. But I just wanted to give my plug for this movie and do a little vintage live stream just for fun, just so that there was no live stream on Tuesday, because it's truly, truly incredible. So anyway, thank you for thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being patient with the bounciness. And obviously, we're always using a gimbal, but kind of fun to do it old school. And this is probably best watched on a handheld device, not a giant TV. But definitely go watch it. Again, Disneyland Handcrafted premieres to the public on... Here, let's go over here by the water, actually. That'll be fun. Premieres to the public on Monday. Was it Monday? I don't know. Not Monday. Thursday, I believe. Thursday, January 22nd. So not this Thursday, but next Thursday. It'll be on Disney Plus, and it'll be on the Disney YouTube channel. How do I... Okay, the screen is so dim. There we go. Yes, there's still Christmas decorations everywhere. Hey, Becky. Anyway. How long it is? I don't know. What time did we get in there and it stopped? I think it was about an hour and a half, give or take. Yeah, I think it was about an hour and a half. Definitely a surprise. I'm glad the notifications are working. Have you seen the Disney Family Museum? No, Jenna's been there, but I haven't. So one of these days I want to get out there. I've not actually ever been to San Francisco. So we'll do a little tranquil walk over here. Let me just get away from the giant speaker here. Not that the music's, of concern, but I just can't hear. Yeah, I think they're probably doing the parks first, and they probably have the crew come down and take down the decorations here at Springs soon. Yeah, hit the like, subscribe, all the things. You know how it is. But yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't get invited to stuff like this. I think that's the first movie preview I've ever been to, so that was pretty cool. Wow, what a fun thing. All right. Sorry, I was just looking back through the comments. Anyway, our tree is still up. Hey, no judgment. It's okay. It's okay. You can still have your tree up. But yeah, I just can't say enough good things about this film. Like, it was just so cool. And I love that Disney took the time to make something, that is just great about, their legacy. Like, this is not like a huge, I guess the reason I think this is so touching too is that it's preserving their history. And this is not like a huge profit-making film or something. This is a like telling a story, like Leslie Iwerks said, telling a story that needs to be told. And to me, that is so cool for Disney to be like, the executives be like, hey, you know what? That's a story worth telling, and we need to do this. So big shout out to Disney for doing that. I love history and Disney, so I can't wait to see this movie on Disney Plus. Glad to see Leslie Iwerks continue the Disney legacy. Absolutely. Did you get good snacks? Yes, we did. We got popcorn and all. I posted on Instagram. They gave us the Disneyland popcorn buckets, which were cool, or popcorn boxes, which were cool. So yes, and also I got some gummy lifesavers. So those were cool. So it's recognizing the fan base that we are. Absolutely, it really, really is. So anyway, before we go, I'll just recognize our channel members. I love you guys. I don't have the list right now, but you guys are all awesome. So for our platinum members, thank you for watching. I only have one phone tonight. For sponsors, definitely check them all out. MickeyTravels.com, MickeyBlog.com. I sat actually almost right next to Mickey Travels people, so they were awesome. And then we've got also, of course, Resort TV One Homes if you want to find your dream home here in Central Florida. We've also got Davis DVC Rentals, dvcrequest.com/TV if you want to rent a DVC room for a fraction of the cost. We've also got very similar vein to this history. We've got Behind the Ride on Amazon, or Disney Demystified, telling the stories of some of the rides at Disney World and how they were created. So, in a very similar way here, kind of telling some of the historical stories by author David Mumpower as well. So just great ways of preserving the legacy of the parks in any way we can. And then we also have Dream Table, which is an awesome app. You can go on the App Store and search for Dream Table to find reservations at all the best Disney restaurants. And we've got also Layer 1 Technology support at layer1technology.com if you need IT support for your small or medium-sized business. So anyway, an impromptu, an unplanned, an unscheduled, a fly-by-the-seat-of-my-pants live stream. And hey, I think it went okay, considering the whole thing was handheld. So again, go watch Disneyland Handcrafted. You'll be glad you did. I just think it's super cool. Disney's made this, even that they're putting it on YouTube, they're making it totally free to watch. You can also support them by watching it on Disney Plus as well. Either way, I'm sure it's going to look great. But don't miss it. That's the main thing. We'll talk about it more on our stream on Friday, but don't miss this. Jenna might be live tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. But definitely look out for notifications. If you missed this live stream, definitely make sure, like if you missed it live, definitely make sure you have notifications on for future live streams. You never know what's going to happen. So this is just very impromptu. So anyway, thanks for joining me from a beautiful evening here at Disney Springs, where the temperature is now, I don't know, my watch is, there we go, 67. Perfect, balmy, 67 degrees. We will see you guys on Friday Night Live, and Jenna will probably see you tomorrow. So anyway, thanks everybody. Can we have a Friday night at Disney Springs? Yeah, I think we're overdue for that. I think we need to do some more Disney Springs. This is kind of cool. I'm enjoying this. It's very chill here tonight. So, all right, everybody. We will see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with the shaky cam. It's vintage Resort TV 1, just like back in 2017. So it's like full circle moment, right? Anyway, we'll see you soon, everybody. Thanks, Moppers. Thanks, Hoppers. Thanks, channel members. Thank you, Platinum members. Thank you, Patreons. We appreciate all you guys, and we'll see you soon. All right, everybody. So for now, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye.